Welcome to Neo Royal, House of Pricey Cardboard. On today's episode of Commander Gameplay, we have 3 other friends of the channel. You could say I really made the best out of my week off. First, the unpredictable Scoop Face will be playing his Atris Oracle of Half-Truth deck. With Gyruda Doom of Death as his companion, this deck is looking to mill all players, reanimating the biggest threats and flickering creatures to get ETBs all day, every day. The deck is also only running even CMC cards for Gyruda's companion restriction. Our second guest is MG from MTG in Quarantine, rocking his Gisela Blade of Goldnight deck. This damage-based list is running a lot of goblins that can be combined with powerful burn cards like Perforos to make the most out of Gisela's double damage. There's also a sacrifice theme, so we get burned as much when they arrive than when they leave. And last but definitely not least, Peter, also known as Mono White Border, is playing Leeroying, who is also known as Nadaar, Selfless Paladin. The goal of the deck is to jump headfirst into the Tomb of Annihilation to get the item on Nadaar as quick as possible. The list is also kind of a one-drop tribal, running a lot of utility 1 CMC creatures like Mother of Rune. For myself, I am playing Tovolar Dire Overlord again. I probably changed a card or 2 after the other game, but the game plan remains, rocking the best werewolves and try and win with combat damage while drawing a lot of cards. Thank you to Cal Burton for providing me with a high-res version of the absolutely epic showcase of Tovolar. Check him out on Twitter for more awesome proxies. Scoop gets to start this off, and Lynn drops an Ancient Tomb, taking 2 to cast a turn 1 Charcoal Diamond. MG then drops a Plains and casts Esper's Sentinel.
This is gonna be a game.
I didn't know this was EDH.
Yeah, I know, right? We got Ancient Tombs and Esper Sentinel.
I then drop a Forest, while Peter then drops a Plains. He casts Weathered Wayfarer and then quite a powerful turn 1. Scoop then drops an Island. He casts his commander, Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths.
You know it. Got it. Birdman. Got it.
I'm gonna put him face up and then I'm just gonna point to one and tell me if you want it face down or up. And y'all can hash it out. Alright, ready? I'm not looking.
Okay.
So here are the 3 cards. So what happens is you put a set of cards face down and a set of cards face up, and I pick one of the piles. So do you want this one face up or down?
How does that? What?
I can't even see what that one is yet.
Oh, sorry.
I think I know what it is, but...
We put Drown in the Lock alone face up and Scoop picks the other 2, getting a basic and run away together. MG then drops Needle Spire. Heading into combat, the Sentinel goes to me. I then drop a Mountain and cast Duskwatch Recruiter. Peter activates the Wayfarer.
If anyone has a Flagstones of Turk here, I'd greatly appreciate that, because I could really use that card in this deck.
Searching for Imaria the Sky Ruin and playing it for a turn. Scoop then drops a Swamp. For his combat step, he sends Atris to MJ. MJ then drops a Mountain and casts Foundry Street Denizen. I then drop a Forest and cast my commander, Tovolar Dire Overlord.
Gather your pack, for the Hunter's Moon is nigh, and tribal walls grow weak.
Going to combat, the Duskwatch attacks Scoop. Tovolar triggers on damage for a card. Peter then drops a Plains and casts his commander, Nadaar, Selfless Paladin.
Let's do this!
Oh my god, he just ran in.
Entering the battlefield, he ventures in the Tomb of Annihilation.
My venture token is like a little skeleton gravedigger dude that I painted. I love him. His name is Mr. Bones.
Senor Bones.
Scoop then drops a Sunken Hollow and casts Grave Titan. He heads into combat, sending Atris to me. MG then drops a Plains and casts Anax, Arden in the Forge.
Esper Sentinel looking real awkward with all of us just playing creatures.
Peter, I'm just happy that I was able to play something before like turn 4 in this game.
It's the small victories.
Yes.
And I mean, Esper Sentinel got full value, dealt 1 damage.
I end up a mountain and cast Tusky, Bearer of Secrets.
It's like Doug from Up. All the werewolves just go squirrel.
Squirrel.
That's why he's in the deck.
So the thing is that Tusky leads them to battle because they all run after the squirrel.
I go to combat, sending Tovolar to Peter, drawing for both Tovolar and Tusky. I discard a basic to end size and pass. Peter casts Kildoran Warrior.
Are you
I
really
know
gonna
about that.
expose me on the fact that I don't know what bending does?
Cancel.
I can attack in a band. How does that not
Sure.
explain it? It's okay. You won't have to explain the rules text on this because I'm pretty sure it's gonna die. Are you gonna double block my Nadaar if I attack you, Phil?
Well, Tusky is indestructible, so I would lose only this guy. But probably not.
Probably not. Well,
What I say is
can-
that Tovolar needs 3 wolves, so if I lose a wolf, I'm a bit behind.
it's a pretty big cost. Okay. Here's the deal: is I can get around. I haven't even played my land for turn yet. Okay. I will play a key to the city. So how about this? Here's the deal: I can either deal 3 to you, or you can
Peter,
block
will
with
you
just
pay
the
the
Tusky.
1?
Oh no! Yeah, you'll get your card draw.
Yay!
That's captured on camera now. Shoot.
I got 1 card.
All right, Phil. I want to ask. I'm gonna be polite about this. I can either deal 3 damage to you, or just let you block with your Tusky. What do you want? I just need to make sure my Nadaar sticks around for another turn.
Oh, okay, because you don't mind if it doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
if you
I'll just
with a
block. I don't
1/1,
mind. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. I'll attack.
Charging into combat, Nadaar attacks me. On attack, Peter ventures deeper in the tomb, discarding and sacrificing a plains, the warrior, and the key. In second main, he land drops a plains.
You
I
could
had
have,
some
could have told me first, and we would have done the same thing.
No, I'm a great negotiator, master negotiator here.
Look at this key. I'm gonna break it. Clack.
On his turn, Scoop pays 3 to put Gyruda to his hand. He then casts Ghostly Pilferer. And for his combat step, sends Grave Titan to me.
That squirrel is saving my life.
Yeah.
Big block.
We're all just using it as a way to attack without consequence.
Found me out, Peter.
Next turn it will be tapped though.
I know. And what will we do? We'll just have to deal damage to people.
Oh no.
I'm done after that. Yeah, I'm done.
I'm people.
I'm a guy like me.
MJ land drops an emergence zone and casts Hissing Iguanar. I land drop a forest and cast Immer Wolf. Going to combat, I send Tusky to Scoop while Tovolar attacks Peter. At the end step, Peter cycles Secluded Step and I discard to end size. Peter activates the Wayfarer for Myriad Landscape, playing it as land for turn. Then ventures some more with Nadaar attacking me.
And I will enter the crater of the Death God and be rewarded for my tight technical play with this 4/4 God themselves, the Atropole.
In second main, Peter casts Children of Corliss and Mother of Rune.
There we go.
Do your worst. I'll pass.
I don't want to do my worst. That's not fun for anybody.
Do your most middling.
You got it. All right.
Scoop land drops a Bloodstained Mire and casts his companion, Gyruda, Doom of Depth.
Some say a beast lives in those waters. You see, it's called the Demon Kraken.
Entering the battlefield, each player mills 4. Me, Scoop, and Peter mill no valid target for Gyruda.
Ugh,
Oh, come on. Let's get the full whiff.
that's a hard whiff.
MJ?
I hate this. Perforos.
No.
Okay, no. MJ, why do you play good cards?
Empowered by the Forge, Grave Titan attacks Peter, who blocks with the Atropole. On attack, Scoop creates 2 more zombies, triggering Perforos. MJ then drops a mountain and casts Altar of Dementia. At the end step, I cast Moonlight Hunt, targeting Gyruda. Scoop reacts with Runaway Together, unsummoning Gyruda and Tovolar. I then untap and draw for my turn. I recast Tovolar before combat. I send Tusky and Duskwatcher to Peter, while my Werewolf goes to Scoop. I draw 4 on damage. In second main, I'll end up Nyctos Shrine to Nyx, and cast Stout Vessel.
No?
Oh, why does Toski draw 2?
Whenever a creature controls deals combat damage to a player, draw a card.
Oh, whenever a creature. I thought Toski only drew cards off himself.
No.
Oh my god.
No, it's like half.
Toski's,
It's half of Oran Frostfang.
Yeah.
Toski's so strong.
I was like, wait, did I misplay?
I was like so confused. I was like, what's going on?
I cast the Celestus, ending my turn. Peter cracks his Myriad Landscape for 2 planes, and uses the Wayfarer to hit his land drop.
I want this Gisela to come out. I'm not gonna lie.
No, Perforos, no.
I think I'll just pass. I've completed my dungeon. I can't.
Do you want to swing at me? I won't block it.
Well, I mean, I can't pass up that offer. I'll attack you for 3, Scoop.
Sure. 19.
Scoop's just like, please, venture into more dungeons. I will go on to my next conquest.
He goes to combat, sending Nadaar to Scoop. Scoop then drops a Phyrexian Tower, and recasts Gyruda. Entering the battlefield, we mill our top 4s and lose 2. Me and Peter seem to run no even CMC creatures, but this time Scoop's deck gives him a Sour of Temptation. Entering the battlefield, the Sour takes my Tusky away from me. For his combat step, 5 zombies and Atris attacks me. I block 1 with Tovolar and take the rest. Tusky triggers for Scoop now and draws him 5 cards. Scoop discards to endsize and pass. MJ then drops a command tower, before casting Siege Gang Commander, creating 3 goblins on ETB. At the beginning of my upkeep, it becomes night. I then land drop a forest, and cast Obsessive Astronomer. I follow it up with Outland Liberator.
The Atrax makes it really hard to swing into MJ. It's always big.
Yeah, Atrax absorbs a lot of...
It just kills everything.
The pack then attacks, sending Werewolf to Scoop. While Tovolar attacks Peter, he blocks with Mother of Rune, tapping her before damage to gain protection from red. In second main, I cast Storm the Festival. I put to board Mayor of Avabrock and Unnatural Growth. At Peter's upkeep, it becomes day, and I discard 2 cards to my Astronomer to draw 2 back. Here, as you will see, I flip back my werewolves into humans, even though I have Werewolf on the battlefield, because this is what I understood from the Midnight Hunt set article. However, I got the confirmation later that Werewolf still works with the new day and night mechanic, unlike Moon Mist. It doesn't really impact anything, but it's good to note. Peter activates the Wayfarer for another planes, and plays it for turn. Scoop uses this time to crack his fetch land.
I'm gonna fetch right now while you're going through it. I'm at 16. Ugh.
Oh no, I'm at 16. I have a Perforos. Boo-hoo.
Peter then casually casts a True Conviction. Heading into combat, Nadaar goes to MJ. On attack, Peter ventures and creates a Goblin token. Scoop then drops a Marsh Flats, and casts Fellwar Stone, unlocking red mana for Perforos. He then casts Clever Impersonator.
I'm gonna copy Fellwar Stone.
2 red mana! No!
He cracks his fetch land for a swamp. He thinks a bit about it and sends everything to MJ. MJ blocks everything but Tusky, and before damage casts Scapegoat, sacrificing a goblin to return all blockers to his hand. Scoop draws a card and gets pinged for 1 by the Iguanar. In second main, Scoop casts Null Priest of Oblivion, paying the kicker cost to return Grave Titan to board. Entering the battlefield, the Titan creates 2 zombies, and we take 8 total from Perforos. On his turn, MG recasts the Sentinel. He replays Anax and the Street Denizen as well. He then casts Weaselback Redcap.
Where like the riders of Rohan are like going across this field and they get attacked by these like goblins on the back.
Yeah.
That's what I always think of when I see this card. I just think of that scene where the goblins are like chasing after him on the back of these whatever things.
The magic one looks friendlier though.
Yeah.
But its heart is as cold.
MJ then pass. At my upkeep, it becomes night, and I transform my old werewolves. My astronomer triggers, and I discard 2 to draw 2. I land up a mountain and cast Full Moon Rising, paying for Esper Sentinel.
I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but I can kill you at instant speed if I want to.
Instant speed? What?
Convincing.
With what? With the
Don't worry about it.
I was not made aware of that. The one where Selfless dies. Do you have a sack outlet? Oh, you have a
Yes, I
sack
do.
outlet. So I guess nothing matters.
I mean, if you don't attack me, I don't necessarily have to hit the button.
Yeah, but then
Sure.
eventually I lose to you.
I'm not
That's right.
saying I will, I'm not saying I won't.
That's right, Phil. Don't go out being held underneath the button by MJ. Go out on your terms. All out swing at MJ.
Learning I have no way out, I make a last display of raw power, casting Return of the Wild Speaker for +3/+3 to non-humans. I then pump Tovolar by +4/+0 with his ability. Going to combat, Unnatural Growth doubles all my attacks and toughnesses. And I swing creatures to MJ so that he takes me out. Due to bad math on my part, we thought I was at 3, so MJ only sacrifices 3 creatures to me. Anax creating 2 satyrs in the process. Peter gets the meal from the altar. We then go to Peter's turn, where he land drops Mikokoro, Center of the Sea. He then casts Gisela Goldmane, but is sadly 1 mana off of the activation cost. He still goes to combat, sending Nadaar to MJ. On attack, Peter ventures and pumps Nadaar with a +1/+1 counter. MJ reacts with Sword to Plowshare, and Peter reacts by activating Mother of Rune for protection from white. MJ then takes 8. In second main, Peter casts Giver of Rune, and then Lightning Greaves, equipping the Greaves on the new Cleric before passing. Scoop then drops Fitted Pools.
I'm gonna play Extinction Event. I'm gonna choose odds.
No.
Choose odd or even, exile each creature with the converted mana cost of the chosen value. I'm gonna say exile all odd creatures.
But Scoop, that's all of my creatures.
It's none of mine. I planned it out that way.
MJ reacts by sacrificing his odd CMC creatures to turn them into satyrs with an axe, milling Peter. The Iguanor also triggers, dealing 3 to Scoop. Peter uses the Wayfarer to get a Rogue's Passage to hand, and taps the Giver of Rune to grant Pro Black to the Goblin token, and then the board wipe resolves. Scoops ups into combat, sending all 6 zombies to MJ, while the other creatures go to Peter. Grave Titan and Perforos deals 4 to MJ and Peter. MJ blocks with 6 tokens and then sack them to mill Peter some more.
Alright, so I'm gonna pay 2 black. And I am going to Sign in Blood MJ.
Yep, that does it. I'm gonna sacrifice my goblin and mill Peter for 1.
Perforos leaves Scoop's team like Tusky before him, and in second main, he casts a Thieving Skydiver, paying the kicker cost to steal the Greaves from Peter, before passing. Peter activates Mikokoro, and land drops Rogue's Passage. He recasts his commander, completing the second dungeon on ETB. Peter casts Bushy Tenderfoot, and pass. Scoop full swings at Peter, and even with the truest of conviction, Peter is still taken out. Well played.
Excellent.
GG.
Yeah, well played.
Man, That extinction event was brutal. So far, this deck is my most prone to board wipe deck ever. I've been board wiped by so many weird things because playing 1-mana 1/1s leaves you really vulnerable to stuff.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. A little more diverse in colors than last week's episode, the pack of wolves still got taken out. Thank you to my guests for playing an awesome match. You can check them out on Twitter and Spotify for MJ. Thank you to the patrons of the channel for supporting us directly, and we'll see you very soon.